My husband and I at the time were living on the northwest corner of 13th and Buchanan. And early that evening, my husband had gone down to the College Hill shopping area to pick up medicine for my daughter at the drugstore there. A little shopping center that had a laundromat and the drugstore and theater and a few other things. And it was destroyed later. And when he came home, it was on the radio about the tornado. So we went to the basement and got under a workbench. And then they said on the radio, it's now in the Knollwood area. So I knew it was headed straight for us. And then we could hear it coming, just like they say, a freight train noise. Then it hit, and there was noise and glass breaking. As soon as it was over, we went upstairs and went outside. The neighbors were all out walking around talking. And one older lady, she was sweeping her front porch and whistling, I guess to relieve the stress. And it got very cold after that for a while. Our house wasn't badly damaged, but it tore off the screened-in back porch and all the roses and stripped the trees. And he would clean every day, and you take it out to the curb and then they come get it and take it down to Central Park where they burned it later.
I'm Tiwana of Whitten, and I was the 6-year-old oldest daughter, and kind of remember from the point on when we were under the workbench. It was a really small workbench and we were all jammed up underneath there. And I just remember, I think Dad said we needed to pray, and just hearing the sound. And there was a little tiny window above us, above the work area, and we could see the debris flying out. And I remember my dad, hoping that the neighbors were okay as that happened. And then almost as soon as it ended, there's a doorbell that rang, and it seemed like it was really quickly after, and my dad said, well, that must be Delbert and Martha, who were my grandparents. And I thought, even then, well, wow, my grandma and grandpa must really drive fast to get here that quickly. And we went upstairs, and it was the National Guard already out, or police or somebody checking to see how we were doing. And we all went outside, and it was very bright out, like a startling brightness. And I saw some of my friends from school wandering around, and I remember seeing people who must have come further from the south, like almost some in night clothes, and they were crying and talking about their house was gone. And I remember feeling bad about that. The next year after the tornado, all the kids from Central Park were split up in different schools, and we were sent to Whitten Heights, and we were actually in the gym, is where we were, and was not a very good year. The next year, we went to Central Park where the school was, and they put up mobile units. So I attended school for a year in the mobile units. And it was good. It was just like we all had our mobile unit, and the teachers were real nice. We had recess outside. They had built a huge underground storm shelter for us there, though, which I think now is covered over. The tennis courts have covered that over. But we would have tornado drills a lot and go down into the storm shelter.